tell you about my crossword strats.
Peep the strat.
You gotta peep the strats. You gotta see, like, is the clue pluralized? Oftentimes you can get a clue about, like, what the tense of the word is based on the wording of the clue.
All right, jot this down, everybody.
Yeah, jot this down so you too can complete the mini crossword in sub 1 minute.
Wow.
The New York Times mini crossword.
Sometimes I do the mini and it's like, what's the name of this referenced person from media that you've never heard of in your life and have no clue?
And so the way that you can do those is that you skip them immediately. If you don't know a clue, you skip it you just read it and you skip it, and then you try and figure it out from the, like, intersecting words.
What if, like, 4 of them are that?
What if they're all that, Kat?
What if they're all that?
What if I look at it and I start crying?
Kat, what if she's all that?
And I get scared.
If she's all that is the clue, then it's probably
Prince with a Z.
It's Prince with a Z. Sometimes it is. Okay, I will say there is sometimes, like, some things in the crossword that you can tell that the reason this is a clue and an answer is because they just ran out of sensible words.
Yeah.
Like, there was one that it was the opposite of west-northwest, and it was east-southeast. So it's ESE was the answer. And it was like, clearly, you just needed a reason for this.
Okay, but you reminded me of something, which is I visited my pal in California.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about, like, the niche crossword drama because he's also a crossword head.
Wait, what?
And, like, yes, crossword hobby.
Yeah, there's tons of drama in crossword hobby.
So first of all, I found out that there is, like, a parody crossword.
Ooh.
Like, that goes out.
I need to look into this.
And it seems like it's very niche and, like...
Is it, like, only funny to people who do crosswords?
Yes. But he showed me this because there was this guy who was in the crossword community who I think got, like, banned from making crosswords because he kept, like, making clues that were, like, too difficult.
Illicit crosswords?
Yes, clues that were, like, stupidly difficult and just dumb or whatever. And then he, like, created a false identity, and the identity was, like, a woman. And I guess there are, like, less women crossword writers. And so people are, like, speculating, like, oh, like, he was trying to, like, get an advantage in getting published by pretending to be a woman. So anyway, he got published as this fake identity. And then the parody crossword that came out after the scandal, a lot of the clues were like the hometown of fake woman's name, who is definitely a real person that exists and stuff like that.
I love that.
So
that brings me an incredible amount of joy.
There's a rabbit hole to be gone down.
I'm sure
I got a lot of this wrong because I'm just remembering a secondhand story that I told, but there's stuff.
What do you think we have to do to get Legend Lark as a result on a crossword?
More than we're doing now.
Yeah. Well, look, we need a fan who is.
We need to attract that person. That evil crossword maker.
I feel like we might have crossword head fans because I feel like a lot of our listeners are like niche creators.
But are they the publishers of the
right?
You know
we need the editor of the New York Times crossword to become a fan of our podcast. So this is a call to action for our listeners.
Let's pitch.
If you know or you know of someone who knows the editor of the New York Times crossword, get them to listen to our podcast
and use this as a clue.
Yeah,
we want to be used as a clue. Actually, I don't really care about the New York Times. I do want to be a clue by that evil Batman villain crossword creator.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's fair.
In their illicit crosswords.
Any crossword,
I wanted to be in the New York Times crossword because that's the one that I do.
Yeah.
And if that happens to me, if I was doing my, sub 1 minute crossword sprint and the clue turned out to be like, the answer was Legend Lark or
Bro, I would never get it.
Yeah.
Because I would just assume that it couldn't be.
I would assume it couldn't be, but if it was, it would, I think, kill me dead.
Probably, yeah. I guess if you want to end the podcast, you should talk to the New
all
York
of our
Times guy.
fans out there.
Yeah. But I do think that you should do crosswords all the time because my grandma did crosswords every single day until the day that she died. And she lived to be 92 years old and she was fully cognitive.
And she had superpowers.
And she had superpowers. And she literally
it was because of the crosswords.
It was because of the crosswords
she could kill people with her mind.
She
my grandpa lived to be 98 and he used to rub butter on his chest every day.
And you should do that too. You should do that too. And she led nursing home rebellions.
No, I don't care at all about your grandma anymore. I need to know about Noelle's butter.
What? I mean, what is there
Why
to
is
say?
that weird?
I mean, he just like
Kat, do you not do that?
He wanted to be delicious.
And
like
he
a
was.
moisturizer?
And he was.
No, it was health.
It was a health.
To be delicious.
He wanted to be healthy, so he said, I'll rub the butter on the outside of my body. so that I'll be more healthy. And he also would like put pepper in a tub and put his feet in there.
Yes. And it worked.
Literally, like he was like,
it worked.
He literally
can't
was
believe
like,
he did that to Pepper.
He was like sitting in his kitchen, like looking around, being like, "How can I make myself live till 98?"
Yeah, and he did all the right things.
I know.
Hey,
That's crazy.
And he
listen, I need
And
to...
by the time he died, he was perfectly prepared.
his skin was crispy.
Was he? I was going to ask, well, was he cremated?
No, but if he had been, we would have smelled it for miles around.
He would have been baked at 450
They would have put some onions and garlic in there with him, and it would have been just right.
Well, speaking of baking Grandpa, let's play Blades in the Dark.
Yeah, brother.
Hello, my name is Kat, and my best crossword time of the past week was on Wednesday. I completed it in 37 seconds.
Hi, my name is Noelle. I play Pepper. She's a railjack. I once completed a crossword one time.
Nice.
Hello, my name is Juniper. I do crosswords sometimes, but most importantly, I bathe in a tub full of butter every night.
And you're going to live forever.
I'm going to live forever. I get a lot of compliments on my skin for how much butter is on it.
They say about my skin, it's so slippery, it tastes so good.
Yeah, that's exactly what they say, dude, all the time.
That's why Riot likes you so much.
Right, that's why Riot licks me all the time, dude. It's Butter City.
Hi, I'm Errol. I play Friedrich. He's a leech. I'm really like...
Did I even say who I play?
I don't
think
know.
I just went straight into Butter
I'm
City.
sorry. Should I pass it back over to you?
No, I think we're fine.
I just like...
Slide it on over to
Slide it back.
I'm just lost. I'm just trying to keep up. I used to help my mom do the crossword. I mean, I guess I sometimes still do, so...
Oh.
Wow.
Cute. Nice.
It's nice.
Lore drop.
No butter?
No, I don't find that
So no butter?
helpful.
So no butter?
So no butter?
So no butter?
All right. So last time, you guys successfully completed your first heist. Yay! Congratulations, you're criminals.
Aww.
So, in the Disney's Hercules-inspired Grecian city of Amphitrite, you successfully planned and, well, it was successful in that, yes, you did complete your goals. Some parts of it were less successful in that some people may have blown up a woman, and some
She
other
wasn't blown up. She was fine.
and some other people may have just gotten high with some priests. These things happen.
I won't deny that.
And in the end, you managed to get the diadem and the sword from the hero, and you managed to successfully escape. You did have a run-in with another gang, and you will find out more about that soon. And at the end of it all, you guys were pretty beaten up. You'd had some events happen to you, but you made it back. You made it back whole. And
God, I remember the events.
so many events. If you want to know about those, go back and listen to the last episode.
Yeah, there was events.
All right, so now we are going to shift into the phase of Blades in the Dark called downtime. There are a few prescriptive activities to do in downtime. The first thing that we do is level up, and we are going to do that off mic because it is not great audio. So when we level up, you guys get XP for every time you roll a desperate action, which you guys were marking and tracking during the heist. When you have a specific trigger that is specific to your playbook, if you express your beliefs, drive, heritage, or background, or you struggled with issues from your harm, vice, or traumas during the session. So, sound cue. All right, we've leveled up.
Yay!
All right, so the next piece of downtime is the payoff, where we discuss what you guys get paid from your job. Things right now are a little bit interesting because you have this task given to you by Charles Rex, the ringmaster, that you have to bring him 3 objects, 3 mementos. You have gotten 2 mementos. However, if you want, you can trade one or both of those in for fares that you can spend. You will still have to give him 3 mementos, so you'll be gambling on being able to get another 2 objects, or 3 if you decide to turn in both of them.
But we're on a deadline, right?
Yeah, you only have 1 more stop to do it. So if you want to trade these in for money, you can go to the bank and you can get fares for them. You can trade them in for spendable fares.
What kind of things can we use fares for?
You can use them for a lot of things. So in Blaze of the Dark, it's coin, and in our game, it's going to be fares. But you can use those to recruit an asset. You can use those to make upgrades to your lair. You can use them kind of in lieu of consequences. You can pay coin.
Like to bribe someone?
Yeah, to bribe someone. So it is useful to have that money. You guys each have 2 fares available to you right now. Valerian, you inherited Nod's sleeper compartment that is attached to Mothlight, and that is your guys' lair for now. And so the 3 of you are crammed in there. There's a little table. There's a couple of bunks. Nod has a lot of horse-themed things.
Oh.
But you sort of get the impression that it's one of those things where maybe somebody said, oh, Nod likes horses, and everybody went, I'm going to give Nod a horse-themed object.
Nice.
And so he's got a lot of stuff that it looks like he didn't use that is horse-themed.
A Hros curse.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Curse.
So there's enough space for you guys all to like huddle up in there. And you have your 2 treasures. Valerian, are you doing anything to host? Are you making tea? Are you...
Valerian certainly does not get anything for them, but neither is he waiting for someone to get something. He just simply isn't going to go out of his way to get things for them.
I see.
He would expect if they needed something, they would 1, ask, or 2, just get it themselves.
I see.
Pepper's like looking around because she's like, you know, like she was here before, but she's like, man, we really got to keep this place nice for when Nod gets back to it, you know?
Friedrich kind of gives Valerian like a look, like, ooh.
Yeah, but Valerian shrugs. He's like, meh.
Meanwhile, Pepper is like putting on a horse mask. And she's like, look at this.
Oh, Paper, wait, let me show you this thing. And Valerian goes into the, I'm assuming, very small toilet compartment and pulls out a toothbrush that is shaped like a horse head. Look at this.
What a kooky
This
guy.
pervert stuff.
I don't know about that. Not everybody who's into horses is a pervert. Just most of them.
Friedrich is looking around disapprovingly, and he says, well, if we're done playing house, where exactly can I set up my lab?
Is this what you think people who play house do? You lived in a house before?
I lived in a house once, I think.
There's no room here for your lab. You'll have to have it off-site. This is not happening in my living room. No.
Well, then we're going to need to acquire more space. From what I understand, these compartments can be interconnected.
The doors, yes. I'm working on that.
Speaking of doors, there is a knock at yours.
Oh, I have to answer it. Hold on, I'll get it.
We all look at each other like,
Yeah.
We're like...
Friedrich definitely like freezes.
And outside the door, there is a woman. And she looks very familiar to you, Friedrich, because she's the woman that you blew up.
I didn't fucking blow her up. In fact, some could argue that I actually saved her life. So why
we
don't you
did
jot
save
that?
her life.
We did, right?
We all
'Cause
recognize
carried
her, right?
Yeah, you do. You're right. You all recognize her. I think,
Yeah.
Friedrich, you recognize her most.
Pepper immediately is like, oh, hi, it's so great to see you.
She looks surprisingly well for the injuries that she had taken. Like, she's got like a little like bandage on her eyebrow, and it looks like maybe she's moving a little bit stiffly.
Yeah, because she was barely blown up.
I think she only took like a level 1 or 2 harm, and I just so everyone knows I'm at 3 harm. So I think she's
Yeah,
being a
we'll,
little dramatic.
Well, maybe we'll get to that. And she sort of pokes her head in and goes, "Ugh, you all ought to find a healer. There's a very good one out in Sweetwater, though." And she sort of looks around the compartment again. Might be out of your price range for now.
Come on in. Oh, I can get you a horse glass of water or maybe a horse cup of tea.
Pepper,
And
don't go offering this.
Pepper's holding up horse cups.
But don't go offering this member of a rival faction entry into our sacred space.
You nearly blew her up. The least we can do is give her some water.
I don't think it's like that dimension where you have to invite people into your house and then they come and try to suck your blood. It was a fun place, but we're in the train now, so...
Friedrich just gives you like a baffled look, but then he just sort of grumbles, yes, give her water so she can hydrate herself and plan our inevitable deaths.
You don't want to do that, do you?
No. Well, no, I suppose not. I came to introduce myself. My boss thought it might be good to clear the air after everything that happened, because you all are new here, so I assume you don't really know how anything works. Is that right?
I wouldn't say that we don't know how anything works.
Right. Well, anyway, my name's Stella. Nice to meet you. And she sort of waves her hand in, it looks like a greeting. It looks like a very formalized greeting type of hand wave.
Pepper goes over and grabs her hand mid-wave and shakes it. And says, it's great to meet you too. I mean, not really. I guess we met before, but to be reintroduced to each other, by ourselves.
Yes, very good. Nice to formally meet you.
What was that gesture? You made a gesture just now with your hand. What did that mean?
It was really pretty.
That is how we greeted people in my world.
Valerian starts trying to replicate it. He's like practicing.
No, it's more of an arch with the wrist. It starts with an arch of the wrist.
Okay.
No, that's a wave of the wrist. You need to arch. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
I'd love to learn properly later. But continue, please.
And she narrows her eyes at you, Valerian. Like, she does not trust your interest in her home culture.
Oh, sorry. Just trying to be polite. I don't know.
But she shakes her head and says, anyway, you've pissed off the House of Ma. I'll cut right to it and say that.
Oh.
As I assume you did not know that the High Temple section of the NEVER is their territory, and they have first dibs on anything that comes up in that district. We were on contract with the Hemlock Hands to acquire that diadem, and she sort of looks around for it to see if maybe it's sitting out somewhere. No, it's not sitting out. You've stashed it away.
It's in one of the horse drawers.
Yeah, you put it inside the horse drawers.
She sort of gives a slight nod of approval that it's not just laying out on the table somewhere.
You're hung up on the wall.
So now House of Ma is pissed at you, and she's pissed at me. Well, my employer, I suppose. No one blames me for getting blown up.
I wouldn't say blown up.
I mean, how could they blame you for that?
I mean, you look fine.
Yes, like I said, there's a very talented healer in Sweetwater. Anyway, and she takes a seat on the train compartment bench, and she crosses one leg over the other and spreads her arms out over the back of the chair, just making herself very comfortable.
Pepper sits right next to her, chin on hands.
She's deeply uncomfortable.
And to remind you guys, Stella is a very wintry looking woman. She's very pale and has hair that's almost sort of the same color as her skin. It's just sort of this very pale aspect to her. And she is dressed in a dark green double-breasted jacket with a hand on the lapel. Each finger of the hand is a branch with leaves on it.
And that's the faction that she's, what was it called?
Yeah, she is a Hemlock Hand.
Pepper says, I already forgot your name. What's your name again?
Stella Coldgrave.
Whoa, that's such a cool name. My name is Pepper Pendergrass.
That is a very warm name.
You're so funny. Pepper, hits her on the arm.
It wasn't a joke. In my world, we measured things by seasons and temperatures. So Pepper would be a very warm name in my world.
Interesting.
Well, I can hardly see how it's our fault if we managed to more competently complete the task than your little group.
Well, we just weren't expecting you, because like I said, House of Ma has claim on that territory, and they are going to come and they are going to ask for a tithe in payment for what was lost.
What sort of tithe?
Money, usually.
How much money, price point?
One fare is the typical custom, though if they knew that you had gotten 2 mementos out of the deal, they may ask for more. But I didn't tell them, and I suggest you don't either.
Thank you. I appreciate your discretion, Stella. That means a lot to me.
Pepper has stars in her eyes. She's like, you're so nice.
Why are you trying to help us?
She points a finger at you, Friedrich, right to the point, and I like that. This isn't help. It's not for free. Nothing on this train is. That is free help. However, I have come at the behest of my employer, Mr. Dayanal Khan. Mr. Khan, he has a proposition for you. He will consider the Hemlock Hands and your... Do you have a name for yourselves yet?
We're the three friends.
No, that is not our name. We have no name. We are the no name group.
A band of borders. Sorry.
No, I like that. Band of Borders is not bad.
What is a border?
Sorry. I tried to say brother, sorry.
It's just like pepper and paper. Basically the same word. Brothers.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right, well, your no-name group then. We will consider you and us square if you simply let Mr. Khan hold on to the diadem for one stop. You'll give it back. What you must understand is that our group is not particularly interested in the sale of objects for riches, only the riches of the mind. You see? Mr. Khan is he wouldn't say he's an academic. You see, the academics live in Candle Hall. He is a collector of curiosities. And he would like very much to examine the diadem for whatever magical properties it has, make a study of it, catalog it, and then he will give it right back to you.
What kind of guarantee that we have that he would give it back to us in exactly the same condition?
I suppose our word means nothing to you, as you have absolute ignorance of our reputation throughout the city.
True.
Though it is a good one, and we do deal fairly in all things. For the assurance, I shall... Well, I suppose it'll be this. I will leave with you 4 fares, which is the bartering price of your memento. And if we do not give it back, then you can keep the fares.
Huddle, team.
Oh yeah, let's do it. And Pepper grabs you guys both by the shoulders and hauls you in.
Valerian says, I think we have not much choice here. It's probably the best offer we're going to get. What are your thoughts?
She does have us between a rock and a hard place.
That's really messed up to say. Pepper?
I trust her. I don't know, there's just something about her.
Okay, Pepper's intuition is really bad, so I don't think that we can count her. But,
I still don't see what other option we have.
I agree.
Also, I don't understand why this ritual needs to be conducted with touching.
No, I mean, it makes no sense. I'm highly skeptical. But, again, I think we don't have a choice.
When Friedrich asks that, Pepper, starts giving him a shoulder rub. Because she's like, maybe the touching's not, nice enough.
And he goes so rigid. It's like you're, fucking trying to shoulder rub a fucking boulder.
Friedrich is the type of person I imagine if you try to give him a massage, he, completely collapses to the ground and goes catatonic. That's the vibe I get from Friedrich.
He's a little tightly wound. You might say he's a tiny bit high-strung.
Just a little bit.
I'm sensing that.
Okay, so we're all in agreement that we take the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Stella.
I mean, Pepper's an empath.
We accept your terms. If you provide us with the 4 fares right now, we will give you the diadem.
Very good. And she
For temporarily, but not forever.
Yes, it is a loan. Have you paper and pen?
We have paper right here, and he points to Pepper.
And Pepper's smile kind of twitches for a second. And then she runs to one of the horse drawers and pulls out some horse paper and a horse pen.
Stella smiles fondly at the horse stuff. She goes, oh, Nod. He hated horses.
Whoa! He's so complicated. I really can't wait for him to get back.
Oh.
Okay.
So you knew him?
Oh, everybody on the train knew Nod. Tragic. Absolutely tragic what happened to him. And it's all your fault, all 3 of you, but...
No, you can't blame us for his choice.
Very true. He would not accept the price one really has to pay in order to move up in the world. Still, that's a tragedy. Now, she writes out a quick contract on the horse paper with a horse pen that just says, we, the Hemlock Hands, write this note of promise that in exchange for a bond of 4 fares, we are given in exchange this diadem from the world of Aphitrea. Should the diadem not be returned promptly within 1 stop, we shall forfeit the 4 fares to the no-name group that lives in Nod's old room.
Nice. Yes, this looks good to me. Yes.
It's airtight.
And she pulls out 4 slips of paper, each of which is embossed with gold ink that say 1 fare on them. And they have like a little illustration of a train. The front of the train is coming out of one circle, and the back of the train is coming out of another circle on the other side where it says 1 fare, so it looks like it's going through a portal.
Hell yeah.
And so she hands the 4 of these to you guys. Well, actually, before she does, she says, now, the diadem, please.
Yes, one moment. And Valerian goes over to the same drawer that Pepper got the paper and pen from and opens it up and pulls out the diadem.
And while Valerian is going over to the drawer, Friedrich sheepishly says, well, I suppose I'm sorry for throwing a grenade at you, but you did pull a knife on me.
It's all in the past. These sorts of things happen, and those of us who are practical will let them go. I should warn you, though, that not many people on this train are practical. The practical sort don't run away and join a interdimensional crime circus.
I kind of glance over at Pepper and Valerian, and I say, I get that sense.
She takes the diadem from you, Valerian, and then slides over the 4 fares and her note of contract. It's very good. Our business is complete. I would warn you to expect a representative from the House of Ma at some point. Be careful with them.
What type of, are we talking torture representative, verbal negotiator, kidnapper, what kind of representative?
I thought they just wanted to collect the money.
They sound horrible.
It's hard to say with them. They will want to collect the money, but it's mostly for form. The House of Ma, they're an interesting group. I'd say it's more of a cult than anything, but a cult implies more membership than they have.
Would you recommend booby-trapping the home?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's all I need to know. We'll be good. We'll be ready for them.
Well, it was interesting doing business with you. I will be by to replace the diadem once my employer is done looking at it. Good day. And she gets up.
Pepper gives her a hug.
Oh. And she is surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly considering her name, very cold.
Oh.
And she pats your arm and then sort of just extracts herself out of the hug and backs out of the room.
Okay.
Good day.
All right. You now have 4 fares that you will have to return, but you can also spend.
Like, if we think we can, because she said they'll be back before the next stop or after the next stop?
After the next stop. So once you guys do need to turn these things into Charles Rex.
So we could gamble with them.
You could gamble with them.
We do have our own fares in our inventory. Each of us have 2. And my personal thought would be that, like, we should hold on to, the 2 artifacts we already have and just try and get 1 more at the next stop. Because, like, it was really lucky that we even got 2 and not just 1.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
Ah, my smart, risk-averse friends.
Oh, what's up, you guys? I just listened to the mid-roll that Errol recorded last time when they did it without a script for the first time ever, and, like, I'm so proud of them. They've come so far. They've finally fallen to my level. A bitch who records their mid-roll 15 minutes before their starting stream because they forgot to do it the day before when they were supposed to. And there is no script. There is no guidance. This is just raw, unedited bullshit. So welcome. And welcome, Errol. I can't wait until you fall the rest of the way. I don't know where I am, but, like, I'm pretty far down there. So you've got a long way to go. But I trust that you'll get here one day. Well, let's do the mid-roll, and let's hope that nothing happens during the mid-roll. Nothing untoward, nothing inappropriate or unfortunate. So we have a summer sale going on, and it's like a summer/fall sale because we sort of forgot to start it. So it's going until September 30th on the Legend Larks store, which you can find at legendlark.store on the internet. It's an internet store. And until the 30th of September, we have 15% off of all products. That includes, oh, shoot, what do we actually have on sale right now? I don't want to say something's going to be on sale that we don't have in stock. Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be? Oh, thank God the Roll to Fall in Love mug is in stock. 15% off that. 15% off of our shirts, the amazing pins that Errol has made, and the cute little Darius friend patches that I'm obsessed with. All of those are 15% off. And if you want to shout out somebody, give them a special little message or advertise something, you can also purchase one of our ad reads or personal messages for 10% off until the 30th of September. In addition to that, the other things I have to advertise are Riverdale Roulette, which is our bi-weekly. Is it bi-weekly when it's every other week? That's got to be, yeah. Because like, what else would it be, right? Anyways, every other Monday, we watch an episode of Riverdale in a random order, out of order, each of us, and we split into teams and we fight each other to the death in an attempt to explain what has happened on that episode of Riverdale. It's very difficult. We fail every time, but we're really trying hard. And it's a lot of fun. And it's on our YouTube, which is the same as what we are everywhere else, which is Legend Lark, YouTube. Yeah, I'm not Googling it to make sure that I'm right. It's Legend Lark Podcast on YouTube. But if you search Legend Lark, it'll come up. Anyways, you should check that out. It's a lot of fun. It's crazy. Also, Kat does an amazing job making this like crazy serial killer board before every episode. And like, it's genuinely impressive. It's very aesthetically beautiful and I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so that's what I have to plug. We also have a special message this week. It is one of those very special personal messages that you can buy on our store where we read whatever you want us to say to the world. And those are 10% off until the end of September. So this one reads as follows. Happy 19th birthday to Nate McManus from his parents Val and Craig and brother James. Nate is a bit of a super fan and is so grateful to be part of the Legend Lark community. He wishes to thank the podcasters for the many, many hours of joy and connection he's experienced during some very tough years. For those who know Nate by his Discord nickname, McChild, he wants to give you a special shout out, as well as the Legend Lark fans he has recruited, including Tommy, Mars, and Mom. Happy birthday, Nate. You are so loved. Happy birthday, McMahon! I was so excited when we got this message, and I'm so excited that I get to be the one to read it to you because I love to see you whenever I stream, and this is awesome. Happy birthday. Oh my God, you are a child, though. One day you'll grow up. I believe in you. I hope you had a good birthday. Okay, anyways, now I have to thank our patrons. We have 3 new patrons this week. 2 weeks, whatever. They are Tam, thank you, Alyssa, Lehman, I'm sorry, and Heath Sledge. What an incredible name. I am obsessed with that name. Very good work. Thank you all for supporting us. We really appreciate it. I know Errol said this a little bit in the last, mid-roll. I don't have time to edit this. I'm sorry. Anyways, Errol mentioned this in the last mid-roll, but like we really, really, really appreciate all of you who are able to donate to us on Patreon because we love making this podcast so much, but it is very time consuming and a lot of work. And we put a lot of work into it. And sometimes that means that it sucks to have also a day job because we all do have day jobs in addition to doing this. And we live in a society. And so it genuinely helps us to like cushion our lives and make things a little bit easier for us sometimes because we know we've got that sweet, sweet Patreon money for chicken at the end of the week. So thank you guys so much. We really, really appreciate it. Oh, next, I have to pick a Spotify comment to respond to. I already picked it because I knew I wasn't going to be able to edit this. So I was so smart and I picked it in advance. And it's also one that I'm so interested. I just want Kat to respond to it. It is from 61 Signy. And it says, what a fun episode, Purple Heart. Side note about the train. My brother and I have a crack theory it is somehow related to Dawson. Maybe Dawson has transformed into the train or has merged with it and is now an essential part of the train. Maybe Dawson created the train or directs it somehow. Or heck, maybe the train is his brother freed from the bag. Colon, up, carrot, nose, parentheses, it's a smiley face. I would also like to know that because I think, Signe, we all know that in the final episode of the Dames and Dragons campaign, Dawson went somewhere. And we all know Kat has plans for Dawson. Like, she's not going to let him go. So, like, I'm also curious. I'm just suspicious of everything related to him. I know that if he is not part of the train or connected to the train, he will show up and ruin our lives at some point, and I'm just waiting for it to happen. So, astute observation, Signe. Anyways, if you want more of this stuff that I'm doing right now, you can follow us on our social medias, Tumblr, Blue Sky, Instagram. We have a Reddit now and also a fan-run Discord, which is super awesome and very active, and I've heard really good things about it. Yes, all of those places, Legend Lark, or as I found out with YouTube earlier today, Legend Lark Podcast, you'll find them. And now, oh my God, a message to Chantel. Chantel, I'm so sorry. I had to bail on you this weekend. I'm a fool and I can't schedule myself properly, and I'll miss you. And I hope you are thinking of me during your activities. And yeah, the code word is vengeful snail. The sleeper agent is active. Go.
Okay, next we're going to move on to heat. So heat is going to be tracking how much hot water you guys got in with your heist. And in NEVERNOWHERE, because we are kind of between two cities, I'm adding a second heat meter, and that's going to be your notoriety. Your heat is going to track how much hot water you're in the NEVER. So anywhere outside the train that you are doing crimes, those crimes are going to reverberate through the multiverse, and there will be consequences even though you have moved to another world.
Right.
So if you end up with very high heat or a wanted level in the NEVER, that will carry over between worlds. You will also be tracking your notoriety, and that will be tracked at half. Like every time you take 2 heat, you'll take 1 notoriety, and that tracks how others in NEVERNOWHERE are perceiving you guys. So if you're getting too notorious, the other gangs in NEVERNOWHERE are going to say, hey, you guys are fucking things up too much and you need to cool your jets, and they will enforce that through a variety of means.
So is that different from reputation? Because that's a thing too, right?
Yes, there is also reputation. Reputation is positive, notoriety is negative.
Okay.
Heat's also negative.
And heat is also negative. Yeah, so heat and notoriety are negative.
Because notoriety is basically NEVERNOWHERE heat.
Yeah, basically. So, heat. 0 heat would be smooth and quiet, low exposure. I don't think that's what you guys did.
No, there was an explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was also pepper fell through the floor.
Yeah, I was on stage and then it was clear that I wasn't part of it.
I emitted a vapor that filled a stadium.
Yeah, it was a 2 heat contained standard exposure. I don't think that necessarily applies to you guys either.
No.
So then we're into 4 heat, loud and chaotic, high exposure.
Wait, did we skip 3?
No, it's 2, 4, 6.
Oh, okay.
0, 2, 4,
Yeah,
6.
0, 2, 4, 6.
Okay.
6 would be wild, devastating exposure. I don't think it got that bad.
No.
I'd say you guys take 4 heat from this.
Shit.
That
Okay.
goes on our little...
Yes, that goes onto
Sheet.
your sheet tracker. And that means with the system I have for NEVERNOWHERE, you guys are taking 2 notoriety for 4 heat, which means everybody heard what you did and claps you on the back saying, great job for making it out there. But they all know what you guys did. So we will add 1 heat for a high profile or well-connected target. I would say yes. You guys robbed the High Church of Aphatrea.
Yes.
Add 1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf. Yeah, so it's not hostile turf. All right, and then it is 1 heat if you're at war with another faction. You are not, so you don't take that heat. And add 2 heat if killing was involved. You did not kill anybody, to your knowledge.
Correct. So we got 5 heat in all?
You got 5 heat in all and 2 notoriety.
Okay.
Well done. So that is heat. So also rep as part of heat here. You gain 2 reputation when you complete a score.
Nice.
1 rep for a target that is a higher tier than yourself.
everyone's a higher tier than us.
Yep, so you get 1 extra rep for that.
Yay!
So that's 3 rep?
Yep, 3 rep total.
Okay.
All right, and now the next part of downtime is entanglements. Entanglements are based on the amount of heat you have, and then we roll a number of dice equal to your wanted level. If wanted level is 0, we'll roll 2 dice and keep the lowest result. So your wanted level is 0. We'll roll 2 dice and keep the lower. How much heat did you end up generating? 5? 5.
5.
Okay, so that is the table that I am looking at here. Who wants to roll this?
And we roll for the whole crew?
Yep, this is for the crew. Roll 2 dice and we'll take the lower.
Okay, the lower was a 3.
Okay, so it is going to be stepped on toes or Porter's Justice. So I'm going to go with stepped on toes because that makes sense. In stepped on toes, you knowingly or unknowingly fouled another gang's plans during your last operation, and they will expect recompense one way or another. So that makes a lot of sense because you did step on the toes.
That's what we did.
Yeah, you
Literally
fully
happened,
did
yep.
step on toes there. So either you will pay recompense, and they already expect 1 fare out of you, so this is going to be in addition to that.
Oh, man.
Or you can forfeit rep equal to your tier plus 1.
Can we use coin to help with the stress and the harm?
Can
Yes.
we?
So
okay.
when you guys are taking downtime actions, you can spend coin to take additional downtime actions.
Oh,
Got
okay.
it.
So I guess we
Yeah,
do
so I
kinda
feel
want
like
that.
we want to,
Mhm.
we want to save
Okay.
our
Yeah.
coin
So-
then and give our rep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the consequence of that is that you are going to lose reputation.
Yeah, 1 rep.
So how that manifests is as you guys are out in the city, you are starting to hear rumors about yourselves, and they are not flattering. They're basically, everyone's saying that this upstart no-name gang is out there. They don't care about the rules. They don't care. They haven't learned anything about the city, and they're just charging ahead. And everybody knows that they're already in trouble with Charles Rex. They're already in trouble with the ringmaster. And now they're getting themselves in trouble with the House of Ma. And everybody knows that the House of Ma is unstable at best and crazy at worst. So these guys, they've got something coming for them.
This is so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
I mean, it's literally all true.
Also, Friedrich is just used to everyone constantly talking shit about him behind his back. So
Valerian understands the whims of public opinions and knows that it can change at the drop of a hat, so he's unconcerned.
Pepper's really sad.
Okay, next we are going to move into downtime activities. So your options for downtime activities, each of you get 2 downtime activities. You can repeat these. So if you decide you want to, say, reduce harm twice, you can do that totally fine. And then you can either spend rep or coin to take additional downtime activities if you want. So your options are acquire an asset, start a long-term project, or work on a long-term project if you have one going. Recover, so reduce your harm, reduce your heat, train a skill, or indulge your vice, which will reduce your stress. So who wants to go first with their downtime activities?
I mean, I have a lot of recovering I need to do, as well as
do I.
So maybe all of you need to take a trip to Nurse Debbie.
Yeah, I think we all need to go see Nurse Debbie. I think that's a great idea.
So normally you would have to acquire an asset to get a doctor on your side, or have them as one of your friends. Valerian chose to have Nurse Debbie as an enemy, and I'm going to count that.
I thought you said Nurse Debbie, didn't give a shit, though.
Exactly. That's the thing is, I think Nurse Debbie is not actually Valerian's enemy. Or rather, Nurse Debbie is Valerian's enemy. Valerian is not her enemy.
Yeah.
she does not care in that way. So, you guys find Nurse Debbie's clinic in the Mothlight. It is a small plastic door. It's like a blue plastic door with a window set into it. And when you push inside, you find yourselves in a small clinic the size of 1 boxcar. There are a couple of beds separated with mismatched curtains, and there are 4 hard plastic chairs laid against one wall, along with a desk and a table that has a bunch of medical stuff on it. There are so many little figurines on shelves all throughout this room. Most of them are little cartoon figures. Some of them are little toys that look like, what we would see as a Happy Meal toy. And among all of this is Nurse Debbie. She is a small woman about 5'2", with a thick mane of frizzy red-brown hair and sort of a very narrow, pointed face. And she is sucking on a lollipop. She has like one clenched in her mouth when you guys come in. Nurse Debbie is dressed in a pair of light blue scrubs with cartoon bears on them that we would recognize as Care Bears.
Nice.
And she looks up as the three of you enter and she goes, "Oh, Jesus, what happened to you three? Oh my God, sit down, sit down."
Valerian has to be dragged in.
Pepper, like, she is dragging you, but she's, like, so excited she, like, barely even notices that you're, like, pulling back.
She's
just, like, overwhelmed you with her excited strength.
Right, and she is far stronger than me.
Yeah.
And Friedrich is totally unconcerned with you and is very interested in, like, he's just looking around at some of the, you know, equipment and trying to kind of suss out and understand some of the examples of modern medical technology that are in this office.
Yes, and modern being modern to the 1980s America.
Yep.
Because that is the level of modern that Nurse Debbie acts on. As she sees you coming in or being dragged in, Valerian, she goes, "Oh my God, you get in here, you stupid little cat boy. I don't care. If you want healing, you have to get in. If you want someone to wave magic hands over you, you can go spend a fortune in sweet water. You decide what you want to do. I don't care."
Oh, he wants
I want
healing.
to
We
be
all want
waved on
healing.
with the magic hands. I don't want these painful procedures.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ in heaven above.
An honor to meet you. My name is Friedrich Weiss. I'm a chemist. I've heard that you are skilled in the medical sciences.
Oh, sweetie. I'm just a pediatric nurse. I worked in an elementary school and then I worked in a hospital. I'm not a doctor or anything. I just know how to stitch people up. Now, you all look pretty bad, so I'll take you one at a time. Who's hurt worse, do you think?
Let's see.
Valerian points to Friedrich. Not because he knows that Friedrich is hurt worse, just because he doesn't want to go.
Well, I have level 2 harm, but what about you, Pepper?
I also have a level 2 harm, but my level 2 harm is being touched by a ghost, so it's...
Yeah, is there medical technology from the 80s that
what's
can
the
help?
medical procedure for that?
Once I get my twisted ankle and my pile drive injury under control,
Like you got fucking
my ghost touch is gonna go down a level, so it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. So Friedrich, she crooks a finger at you to beckon you over to one of the beds and she shuts a curtain behind you.
Oh, Valerian peeks because he's curious and terrified.
All right, let's take a look at you. Looks like you got some problems around your throat. Did you get choked?
Yes, an astute observation.
Yeah. Looks like a big ham hand, too. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right. Well, I'll get you some ice for that. And she just starts doing, like, because you said you got choked, and what was your other harms?
I got some little cuts from being cutted with a knife.
That's right. You did get cut in with a little knife. And she's like, all right, I'll get you some ice for your throat, and then I'm going to have to stitch you up. You ever been stitched up before?
Not for a long time, I'm afraid.
All right. You going to be a baby like your friend?
Certainly not.
All right. Well, very good. Then I'm just going to give you one shot of whiskey, and then we're going to get started. All right? And she gives you a shot, and let's see how good of a job Debbie does. We are going to roll on your healing clock. So you will see on your character sheet there is a 4-count clock. We are going to roll, or rather, Debbie is going to roll, and she's quality level 2. So I am going to go ahead and roll 2 die and get the higher. Oh, higher is a 5.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
So that would be, for a 5, you get to clear 2 segments of your clock. You are now halfway to clearing your level 1 harms.
Healing is hard.
You can also spend 1 coin to improve your result.
Yeah, I probably will do that for myself.
Sure, yeah. So that would bring you up to a full success, and then you would clear 3 on your clock, 3 sections on your clock. So then you could spend another downtime activity healing more, or you could spend another coin to clear it entirely.
Damn. Like, so healing is
hard.
It's intense.
Jesus Christ. I guess I'll use my other downtime action.
How much stress do you have?
A lot, but I'm just gonna have to use my 1 other coin to, like, try and have less of that.
So we'll roll again for Debbie. Highest is a 4, which is going to get you another 2 segments out of your clock, which fills it. And now you can get rid of your harms.
Thank God. So yeah, as Nurse Debbie is like stitching me up, I'm definitely flinching every time I have to be touched and like wincing.
Valerian has to stop watching because he's starting to get nauseous. He like runs away.
Pepper has just been like examining all the little figures and like exclaiming every so often, so cute.
All right, Freddy boy, let's get you up.
Thank you.
I think you're gonna live. Here. She reaches into one of the drawers of her rolling cart with all her medical supplies in it. And she reaches into one of the drawers and she pulls out a basket full of suckers. She says, take a sucker.
Oh, I don't.
It'll help you heal. Take the sucker.
And he timidly takes the sucker and puts it in his pocket.
All right. Next patient.
Pepper says, ooh, me! And then she runs in.
She runs in.
Will still limping,
Yeah,
by the way.
I was going to say, a little creakily runs in.
Yeah. She has a twisted ankle. Her body is just like bruised from getting pile drived into the ground. And she also has like a strange light in her eyes as she has basically taken kind of like a spiritual injury by being touched by the ghosts.
And Debbie, she waves a little flashlight in your eyes. She looks in your mouth. She goes, oof. You had a little spiritual run-in, huh? All right. Let me get you a heated blanket. And here, we're going to put this under your feet. And she puts under your feet like a warmed, like a heating pad that's full of rice.
Debbie, you're such a good nurse.
Well, thank you. Tell Valley General Regional Hospital that.
I'll try.
I hope you don't. One time, we went to an almost anywhere of where I used to be from. Terrible time. I hated it. Never want to go back there. My husband was still alive. Horrible.
I chime in, almost anywhere?
Oh, yeah, that's just a colloquial term. I mean, I guess there's no other term for it but the colloquial one. We never go back to the same world twice, but sometimes you get pretty close.
Right.
And things might be almost your anywhere, So, for me, we were back in Boston. It was 1982. My husband was still alive. Horrible. I mean, he was still alive in my world when I left too, but I keep hoping that anytime we go to an any ever that's close to mine, he'll be dead. That was the goal, but here we are anyway.
And Friedrich just looks like his eyes are like very wide and he's kind of like zoned out, like he's trying to process this information.
Pepper's like, I hope your husband dies really soon.
Me too, sweetie. See, that's how I ended up here, really. I'll tell you a story while I work. See, when I was back in my own world, my husband, horrible man, couldn't stop drinking. And you know what I found out? And I found this out too late. Is that when somebody's a heavy drinker, they can tolerate a lot more of a drug that would otherwise kill them. Crazy, right? So anyway, that's how I ended up here. Turns out when the hospital finds out that, maybe there's a little bit too much morphine missing, they're going to start looking at who was on duty, and I was the only nurse on duty, so here we are now.
Wow.
Valerian's in the corner. He doesn't understand what any of this means, but he knows it's not good for him, and he is in the corner, like in a ball, and he's shaking.
And Friedrich is pulled out of his catatonic state as he's observing this phenomena with you.
And Pepper is like, sometimes you have to break the rules to help the ones you love. I get it.
That's so true, honey. That is so true. And that's what I was trying to do, is help the ones I love. And by the ones I love, I mean myself. Now, let's see what we can do about those injuries. What happened to you? Did you get knocked over by a steam engine? Come on.
Not this time.
Oh, highest is a 6.
Yes!
Woo!
What
So
does that mean?
that means 3 segments of your clock have been filled. If you want to spend a coin,
You don't even get 4 for a 6?
you get 4 for a critical if I roll 2
so if
sixes.
it's 2 6s?
Yeah.
Christ.
So you can upgrade it to a critical if you want to spend one of your coins.
I want to upgrade it to a critical, please.
Okay, that clears your level 1 harms.
And that uses one of my coins.
Yep, and one is one of your coins. And now you feel a little bit also like the heated blanket and the warm foot pad. It has helped you come back a little bit closer to life, away from the deathly touch of the ghost.
Okay, so my twisted ankle feels better. My pile drivedness feels better. And now my ghost touch is a level 1, which I would assume means I'm going to have less effect if I have like a ghost related
Yes.
action.
Yeah, if you try to roll a, what is that, arcane?
Yeah.
Arcana. Okay, Catboy, your turn.
No, I don't want to go. Please.
All right, then get out.
Pepper's like, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna feel better. And she's like talking around the sucker in her mouth. And you get a sucker at the end.
Valerian says, I don't know what that is.
Friedrich looks very smug, and he says to Valerian, Valerian, don't tell me you're afraid of this charming woman.
Yes, I am afraid of her. What is your problem? He pushes you.
And you're like so much taller than him. Friedrich almost like
Valerian's crouched on the ground.
So that means he like pushes like Friedrich's knees and Friedrich just collapses at the knee.
yeah, it's like when you slap me on the back gently and I like collapse.
I'm imagining it like, you know, those little like wooden toys where you press the base and all of the strings that are holding up the toy
it's like
kind of collapse.
Yeah,
it's exactly like
nice,
that.
Nice.
Pepper runs over and helps Friedrich up and is like, he just got better. Don't hurt him again. Come on.
And Friedrich looks even more smug.
I forgot how small and weak you were. Oh,
He's very small and weak. Come on.
How dare you?
Valerian runs and scuttles over to the bed, and then he sits down on the bed with his arms around his knees.
You're gonna have to unpretzel yourself if I'm gonna take a look at you.
Do you need to hold my hand?
No,
Would it make you feel better if you held my hand?
I would not feel anything.
Pepper goes over and holds your hand.
He lays down on the bed. He's so stiff as a board. He knows he's going to be poked. He literally has bruised ribs, so I don't think he is going to be poked at all, but he has no idea what the potential procedure could be.
He's like a cat that doesn't like to go to the vet.
Yes, that's exactly what he is.
All right, Debbie rolled a 4, so you can fill in 2 segments of your clock.
Okay.
Do you want to do any more healing, or is that enough for Valerian today?
Wait, if I used my second downtime action, would I get another roll?
You would, yes.
Okay, I think I'd rather do that, because then I can buy another downtime action with my coin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually true. That's a really good point. Okay, so you're going to spend a coin to do another downtime activity, and your next second downtime activity is going to be recovering more.
To be staying here, yeah.
Okay. And she rolled a 6. So.
Hey.
Cool. Okay, so
Valerian, you are so terrified that she's going to cut or poke or prod you.
she's gonna cut in and like move my ribs.
No, all she does is just like wraps your torso in a bandage and goes, all right, don't move too much for the next like week and you'll be fine.
That's it? There's no needles? There's no blood or moving of my organs or cutting?
No, I can give you a shot of whiskey for the pain if you want.
Oh, please. Please, yes.
All right, shot of whiskey and a sucker coming right up.
Valerian is like, he's shaking. He downs his whiskey. He puts his sucker in his mouth. His little cat eye pupils dilate because it's very sweet and yummy. And he just walks out. He doesn't look at you guys. He's gone.
And Pepper looks down at her hand, which has been really squeezed hard.
Yeah. There's like claw marks on your hand.
All right, so you guys each want to spend the rest of your money to do another downtime activity to just clear some stress?
I do.
I still have another downtime activity.
That's true, you do. But Friedrich, what is your vice and how are you going to indulge it?
Yes. So I picked weird.
Yep, okay.
And the description for weird is you experiment with strange essences, consort with rogue spirits, observe bizarre rituals or taboos, etc. And in this particular case, I think I will be definitely experimenting with strange essences because that's what I like to do anyway.
Okay.
But I think Friedrich is really excited about the fact that he now in this world has access to totally different substances and chemicals than he did in his home world. So he's, very much just trying to get a sense and an understanding of these new materials and, maybe doing a little self-experimentation.
Okay. So to clear vice, you are going to make an attribute roll using your character's lowest attribute rating. And then you will clear stress equal to the highest die result. So what is your lowest attribute rating?
For resolve, that's my lowest. I just have 1 circle filled in and sway. So does that mean I would roll 1 dice?
Yep, roll 1 die.
Okay, so that's 3.
You have cleared 3 stress.
Nice.
And I think that's all I can do because in order to do this, I used up my last coin and I already used up both downtime activities with healing.
Okay. You are a stressed out little guy.
Yeah, I've got 4, which is better than it was.
It is. That's better than it was. All right, Pepper. What is your vice?
Pepper's vice is obligation. So she whenever she has a free moment, she wears like a long coat, as I've mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And when she has a free moment, she goes and finds somewhere to be alone. And she takes off her coat and she lays it out so that the inside of it is like facing up. And on the inside of her coat is basically like a serial killer wall. Serial killer wall / the tattoos of the guy from Memento. So she has, I mean, like, I won't go into everything she has written on there, but she has like marked down how many days it's been, how many months it's been, how many years it's been, tallies, some more crazed than others. There's like a drawing of a harp and of a pair of hands playing the harp. There's lists of locations. Some of them are crossed out. Some of them have check marks by them. And at the center of it, it says in words that have been overlined and overlined and lined over again, don't trust her. And for her vice, she writes over it one more time, and she adds Ephetrea to her list of locations and crosses it out.
All right, roll your vice.
All right, my lowest attribute is insight, but I still have 2.
All right, then roll 2 and take the higher.
Okay. Nice, my highest is a 6.
Hey!
I got such good luck. I really, really fucking needed it, you guys.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah.
And so how many stress did you have?
I had a lot.
You had more than 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, okay, yeah, you needed that 6.
I needed it so bad.
I asked because it is possible to overindulge in your vice. And if you will have to clear more vice or more stress than you have, you will overindulge, and there are consequences for that.
Ooh, fun.
Yes. All right, Valerian, what is your vice?
Valerian's vice is luxury. So, Kat, tell me where the fanciest place in town is, and that's where Valerian would want to go.
Where you would probably want to go would be Mattersberger & Co., which is in the Dark Lamp Canal. It is the place to go for daring and avant-garde fashion. It's an atelier that collects the finest fabrics from the NEVERNOWHERE and turns them into all sorts of beautiful garments and household creations.
Yeah. Okay. I think he would go there and he would indulge in window shopping, but I think he would also go, if they allow him in, which I assume they would because it's not like the crazy expensive place.
No, yeah.
His main thing would be touching the fabrics. He would want to touch all of the fabrics and feel all of the fabrics and then like imagine the fabrics on him. And then
yeah. Why don't you roll? Okay. And we'll see how this goes for you.
I got a 1.
Oh!
How much stress do you have?
A lot.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm 2 stress away from taking a trauma.
Oh.
And trauma you can never get rid of, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, traumas are forevers.
So what does that get rid of one stress for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor baby.
Yeah, we were in the same boat, Valerian, with stress.
Okay, I'm going to spend my last coin to stay in this shop for a longer.
So what happens is the man who runs Mattersberger & Co., which is not Mattersberger himself, he kind of comes up to you, Valerian, and he looks you up and down in your rat catcher clothes, which you came onto the train with. And he says, "Sir, if you would like to buy something, you are welcome to stay, but otherwise I will have to ask you to leave."
Valerian says, "Where do you get your fabrics from?"
"Oh, well, we get them from all over the NEVERNOWHERE. We contract out with various gangs, various groups to run jobs for us, to procure whatever the du jour material of the world is. We acquired some very fine linen from Ephetrea. In fact, I can show that to you if you have coin to spend."
Valerian says, "Let me see the linen. I will buy.
And he brings out like some very like beautifully woven linen, just like it's buttery soft to the touch, but it's got like creases just super right, so it makes like these really knife sharp pleats. It's in some really lovely colors, some like deep reds and some dark purples.
Ooh, yeah. Valerian wants to buy the deep red.
Okay, deep red. And what does he want to have made out of it?
An off-the-shoulder cape.
Okay, Valerian will spend his fares, his one remaining fare.
Just one remaining fare on an off-the-shoulder deep red cape.
Hell yeah.
Deeply irresponsible.
But I mean, if it reduces stress.
Yep.
That's true. Well,
let's find out how much stress that reduces, Juniper.
It's a 2.
It doesn't hit quite right, Valerian. It's a beautiful cape. I think it's a beautiful cape, but it's like you're looking at it and you realize it just does not go with your rat catcher outfit.
Yeah, maybe so.
It just makes you want more.
What does that bring you down to?
I have 4 stress.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I have left too.
It could be worse. Could be worse.
Could be worse. All right. And with that, we are done with our downtime activities. So let us go ahead and shift on over into free play, and we will see what you guys are going to steal next.
Yes. I give her my journal.
We've got paper right here.
Hey.
Damn, I can't believe I missed that shit.
You know what? If you want to take it, please.
Do you want me to steal your joke?
Yes.
Okay.